Well, it's done. They're married. Becca had her final fitting.
She must be happy to be getting a new dress.
I'm sure she looks perfect.
She's a beautiful girl.
Becca was already green. She was getting ready to be matched. How was it?
Sure. It was fine. If you like puffy sleeves.
One of your own has been touched by his divine hand, girls. Praise be.
Praise be, Agnes. I thought you didn't want me to be a green.
I didn't. I didn't want this for either of us. I don't want to get married. I don't want a husband.
In the dystopian landscape of Gilead, love isn't a sanctuary, it's a liability. But in Hulu's 2026 adaptation of The Testaments, the series does something remarkable. It expands beyond the source material to give us one of the most heartbreaking, nuanced, and quietly revolutionary relationships in the entire Handmaid's Tale universe, the bond between Agnes and Becca.
Beck, I can't ask Paul if I can come to your house today. I can say it's for green stuff. Up, girls.
I have another fitting.
I thought you were mad. This was your season, and I was ruining it. Becca was the first person I met when we moved here from Colorado. She was my best friend, except we weren't allowed to have best friends.
They begin as classmates, molded by Aunt Lydia's brutal preparatory school to become the compliant, perfect future wives of commanders. To Gilead, they are blanks to be filled, but to each other, they are a lifeline. After Agnes's baptism, when she admits she felt like she was drowning during the ceremony, Becca quietly replies, "I still feel that way." In a world built on performative piety, this single moment of shared truth sets the foundation for a bond that transcends mere friendship.
And Agnes, she loves you. Not the way I love her. Worst comes to worst, I could just run away.
I'll run away with you. I thought you didn't want me to be a green.
I didn't.
Of course you think it's easy. You've been practicing for months. Okay, so now you need to practice this round.
To understand their relationship, we have to look at how differently they process the horror around them. Agnes, portrayed beautifully as dutiful and pious, tries to find safety within the rules. She wants to believe the system is good because the alternative is too terrifying to face. Becca, played with a haunting, fragile grace by Matea Conforti, feels the dread instinctively. She looks at the future mapped out for her, the marriages, the forced submission, and shrinks from it. "I don't want to get married. I don't want a husband," she tells Agnes.
I'm in love.
Who?
My guardian. Becca was going to marry Garth. I wasn't supposed to know yet, but Paula let it slip.
But the true dark undercurrent of their bond is rooted in unspoken shared violation. When Agnes is sexually assaulted by Becca's father, the monstrous Dr. Grove, her world shatters. The trauma creates a complex rift. Agnes, buried in shame, grows cold and distant toward Becca, unable to separate her best friend from the horrors of her friend's father. It's a tragic, realistic depiction of how Gilead's systemic abuse isolates victims, driving a wedge between the very people who need each other most.
I don't get to choose any of this. My parents are going to choose my husband. Nobody cares what I want.
But I couldn't be angry at Becca. She didn't have a choice.
I always hoped that you and I were the same, but maybe we're not.
It's like you want to be little forever.
Before the darkness fully takes over, the series gives us a fleeting glimpse of what could have been. The scene where Becca and Agnes practice dancing together ahead of the ball is one of the few genuinely joyful, innocent moments of the entire season. For a few seconds, the crushing weight of Gilead lifts. As the older commanders get the young girls drunk, treating them like livestock, Becca reaches her breaking point. In a devastating bathroom scene with Daisy, a heavily intoxicated and deeply distressed Becca breaks down. She confesses that she can't stand the way the commanders look at her, and then she utters the words that change everything. She is in love with Agnes. This confession recontextualizes their entire dynamic. While Agnes is heavily entrenched in compulsory heterosexuality, developing feelings for Garth Chapin as a survival mechanism and a genuine desire for safety, Becca's love for Agnes is pure, unvarnished, and incredibly dangerous in Gilead. It is a classic, tragic sapphic awakening, happening in a place where your identity can get you hung on the wall. The tragedy peaks when Becca takes matters into her own hands to protect Agnes from the cycle of abuse. Cloaked in a Martha's disguise, Becca commits a desperate act of rebellion to ensure Agnes no longer has to fear. But when she goes to Agnes to tell her she's safe, the terrifying brainwashing of Gilead takes over. Agnes, terrified of the consequences and paralyzed by the system, reports the incident to her parents. The eyes are called. Becca is dragged away. The guilt of this betrayal weighs heavily on the latter episodes. Much of the finale revolves around Agnes, Daisy, and Aunt Lydia scrambling to save Becca from execution. When Becca is finally released, she is a ghost of her former self, deeply sedated, pale, and emotionally shattered. The system has done what it always does to the vulnerable. It broke her.
Want more queer content? Then please subscribe and hit the notification bell.